But what was pretty nice conditions for the weekend, unfortunately, is becoming more active as we start our new work week. Really, that's just thanks to this low pressure currently over Illinois, Indiana. It has a swarm front currently pushing on through the valley, where we're already seeing some showers and storms ongoing this morning. So don't be surprised by some heavy downpours and some pretty frequent lightning early on this morning. But the bulk of our activity, though, won't come until the afternoon. That's going to develop just behind the warm front and ahead of the cold front, and will shift on east throughout the day today, mainly between that lunchtime and dinner time frame. Just know that any of those could produce some strong to severe storms. So activity starts for our day today, but we'd likely see it continue over the next, I would say, 6-7 days. So we're dry tomorrow and Wednesday, but then both Thursday and Friday, good chance we'll see, unfortunately, other rounds of systems. So today, Thursday, and Saturday, good chance we'll see showers and storms, likely all 3 of those days. Well, as we start the morning, not noticing a whole lot as we look across the 400 bridge. Just cloudy skies and our temperatures still holding on to the 70s, but notice those very yucky dew points still in the 60s. So already a very warm and uncomfortable start to the morning. That unfortunately just gets worse throughout the day, as most of us try to get back into the upper 70s, even a few spots try and hit the low 80s. So 78 here in Wheeling, with our cool spot of 77 into Barnesville, and our warm spot of 83 on up into Chester. So was a calm start to the morning, but we're noticing this activity start to pop up. We're seeing some showers. We'll try to move on through over, I would say, the next hour or so, but notice how as it starts to move on east, it starts to break up. So what was a bit stronger still could be some heavy to strong storms early this morning, but most of our activity, though, really doesn't come until we get to the afternoon. So by the time we get to noon, first round of activity out of the area, but watch how quickly the atmosphere just starts to fire these storms up, and look at how intense they can possibly get. So by the time we get to 2 p.m., seeing this long line of showers and storms that even stick further south, possibly down into Kentucky, as far as down to Tennessee. This will be the bulk of the activity that I'm really keeping my eye on this afternoon. Notice all these darker shades. So you see like purples and black specks. Any of those could produce some small hail and even some pretty gusty winds as well. That line moves on through. So by 4 p.m., we'll see things start to calm down. Good chance we'll see another bulk of activity come through by the time we get to dinner. Just know that any of those storms, I would say from that 1 to 4 p.m. time frame, could be pretty strong to severe. So the Storm Prediction Center has much of our area in that slight risk, so a 1 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. But even parts of like Wetzel and Tyler County, that's in the enhanced, so a 3 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. This means all impacts are likely throughout our day today. So heavy downpours, frequent lightning will be our main threats. Gusty winds, though, will be possible since we have a lot of excess moisture, but since we have a lot of excess moisture, that should keep our hail threat relatively small, and anything we do see in the way of hail should be no larger than the size of a pea. My concern, though, does come for that tornado threat. The good news, though, is we shouldn't see a whole lot in the way of tornadic activity. Much of our area, while still in the 2%, likely really won't see anything. Much of that threat is Moundsville, Woodsville, Caldwell, and on south from that 1 to 4 p.m. time frame. And even that still isn't super likely since it's only out of 5%. Something that's not out of the picture, but something I will continue to keep my eye on all throughout the day today. We'll have a closer look at that tornado risk coming up here in just a couple minutes. But by 4 p.m., we'll see this line of showers and storms really try to develop once again by the time, let's say, we get to dinner time. But notice how nothing is as heavy or strong as that initial. Still could see a few that could produce some heavy downpours and breezy conditions, but nothing that's going to be overly severe. But by the time we get to sunset, we see that round of activity out of the area. Clearing skies throughout our day tomorrow, but then we're back to sunshine and the low 80s for our day on Wednesday. Another round of showers and storms, possible for our day on Thursday, even possible for our day on Saturday during the afternoon, evening hours, but then back to sunshine and the low 80s for our day on Sunday.